arrogant imperialist trade policy, the true face of America first. Recent remarks by U.S. Secretary of Commerce Howard Rutnick are a blatant pressure tactic against South Korea and a clear demonstration of the arrogance of a superpower hidden under the name of America First, the U.S. government's willingness to threaten even its allies to maximize its own economic interests brings to mind the trade policies of the past imperialist era. Regarding the finalization of the U.S.-Korea trade agreement, Secretary Rutnick presented a choice: either accept the agreement or pay a 25% tariff. This is no different from a unilateral ultimatum, do as I say or suffer the consequences, even as South Korea has raised reasonable objections about the details of the $350 billion investment package in the U.S. America has completely shut down the possibility of negotiation, seeming to issue a threat. This disregards the fundamental principles of diplomatic relations based on dialogue and mutual respect. In particular, the U.S. cited its negotiation with Japan to state that there would be no flexibility. This treats the relationship between allies as a mere transaction and reveals an arrogant attitude to use any and all means to serve U.S. national interests. Furthermore, regarding the detainment of Korean workers that emerged during the negotiation process, Secretary Rutnick avoided the issue, citing job training and visa problem resolution instead of providing a clear explanation. This shows that the focus is solely on securing U.S. labor and economic interests rather than on the human rights of Korean workers. His remarks, A, come in, B, train Americans, C, return to your home country, brazenly expose a viewpoint that treats foreign professionals merely as tools for American interests. The fact that the U.S. is the world's most powerful nation cannot be denied. However, using that power to ignore and oppress allies will ultimately lead to a loss of international trust. Alliances develop within a mutually beneficial relationship, not one where one side is unilaterally forced to sacrifice due to the logic of power. The South Korean government must not yield to this unfair pressure. It must prioritize its national interests and approach negotiations with a rational and confident attitude. The U.S. government, for its part, should cease its arrogant behavior of threatening allies under the pretext of America First and strive to build a true partnership. If not, the U.S. will ultimately lose its true allies and bring about its own isolation.